Greetings, this is Polly. Uh, Today I want to talk about a couple of things. The possible chaos at our conventions, Republican and Democrat. And I want to say a little thing on Ann Coulter at the end. First, get myself centered here. Am I centered now? Okay. The first convention, I believe, is Republican convention. Now, I know what some Democrats thought. If you put Trump on a felony conviction, the Republicans, or at least a number of them, will back off and either vote for Biden or not vote at all. But that doesn't seem to be happening. And just the opposite. He's getting more and more unity than before. There's a warning here. If he's to be sentenced 4 days for the convention, if it's arrest, all hell's gonna break loose. If it's, and I suspect it'll be home confinement, and he doesn't show up at that convention, all hell's gonna break loose. That convention will be a beehive of anger, and they'll fight to the death for Trump. There'll be the opposite effect of what they want. There'll be no anti-Trump voices. If anything, they'll go be stepping over themselves or scream to the top of their lungs how much they are for Trump. That was an issue or a thought that just backfired on Democrats. You better hope he shows up. Now, he's going to be a big success at the convention. He'll go take a big lead. But that's going to be better than having a bunch of Republicans swearing to the death the fight for Trump. The second part of this is the Democratic convention. Now, earlier, when I first started my channel, I had a video titled Open Conventions. And the possibility the Democrats could have a problem of how you go to Joe. I mean, back then you could see that his dementia was just getting worse. If you have dementia, it only gets worse. It doesn't get better. Now, I gave a bunch of reasons to maybe ideas how to get rid of him. But some of them now were just aren't going to work. He's not going to resign. The people next to him, his wife, and his probably a cadre of Blinken, Rice, and other types there, go on keep him isolated from anyone else. The idea that Democrats can go up there, talk to Joe, and say, Joe, it's best if you retire, that's not going to happen. And you can't get him out on an infirmity, a mental issue, because then you have Kamala Harris, and they don't want her either. That's why the open convention is a possibility. The idea is they go in there, he doesn't get him first ballot, you have an open convention. I took a couple problems with this. First, remember, Joe doesn't want to go. So you're going to have to deal with that. And he's president of the United States. Second, you have to have someone in the wings already. Someone that the delegates will accept. And I'm not sure, that's a short list of people. And they have to agree to this. You can keep Harris as a VP, but you want to change the top of the ticket. That's going to be a tough thing to do. But I think the conventions here will be the most important we've had in our lifetimes, both Republican and Democrat. Heaven knows, there'll be lots and lots of drama here. Because, one of the problems with if you do change it, put maybe Klobuchar in there or something like that, you'll have a very short window in which to sell your candidate. And that's going to be tough. Because wherever it is, go be up against Donald Trump. And that's just not an easy thing. Plus, you're going to have to defend the fact that you knew this man, Biden, was incompetent, just kept him in there all the time. Oh well. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about is a drama that's a couple weeks old, but I want to get my take on this. As you know, Ann Coulter was on a show with, try to get his name right. Vivek Ramaswamy. I butchered our first name. Sorry. Vivek Ramaswamy. Okay, that's it. And Coulter praised him by saying the truth. You're a brilliant man. Yeah, you're a fast brain, you're a good orator, but I wouldn't vote for you. Because you're an Indian and you're Hindu. And he was good-natured about it. He didn't get upset. Said he swore. But a lot of people criticized Coulter for that. I wouldn't have voted for Ramaswamy either. I mean, at the first Republican debate, he clearly was a step above everyone else when it comes to the ability to enunciate his thoughts. He was charismatic. He was a good-looking guy. He was a very good orator. That stands out in a debate like that. Trouble is, and he was conservative as all heck. Trouble is, I didn't trust him. It may be unfair because I didn't know him. I mean, Trump, we've seen Trump now for how long? He's been in the news for how long? We know who Trump is. We know who Biden is, really, too. But Vivek, no. I don't know. The thing is, he's what, second-generation American now? Is that it takes a while to identify fully as an American. Now, I'm white, so I have no problem looking at our past history and identifying with it. Now, our founding fathers were all English Protestants. I'm an Irish Catholic. But even so, you get the point. I have no problem identifying with them. And I know black friends, why I think have a tough time with that. It's one of the main things is that, they don't love them. I understand that. I think Vivek needed, he could be a person in Trump's cabinet and he could be very effective, but not as a top man. Do you know, when Italians came here, the last big white ethnic group, I think, that came to America, first generation, they speak a the Italian, they're mafiosa, ball of garlic. Second generation spoke English and Italian and could imitate normal Americans well enough. Third generation was just American. I mean, I'm an Irish American, but in truth, I'm just an American. So let's, I understand Coulter's point. And I wish Vivek well. I think he's a very talented man. Just not at the top of the ticket. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. It was worth that. This is Polly saying goodbye.